John from Scituate sounds like a guy that would delete many, many Bud Lights watching the Bees, and I would love to do that with him.
Me too.
Some Michelob Ultras too.
Although, lately,
Athlete's beer.
George, I got to tell you, I've been real bougie lately. I've been drinking a lot of white and red wines. Yes, nothing like an evening of hockey, playoff hockey and playoff basketball with some red. This is how I swear on my glass. Some red wine or some white wine.
You're like a walking anomaly. Drinking wine, watching hockey. And you and me are tight, but like a brother watching hockey, drinking wine.
A brother watching hockey, drinking wine.
But you know what, man?
Yeah.
And this is what you are, T. You embrace the city you're in.
Huh?
And you came from D.C. You love the Caps. You still talk about them, so I love that.
Yeah.
Wine. What's your pour? What's your pour? Cab.
Oh, I drink all of it. All of it.
I don't even know if what's your pour is the right.
I don't think it is. I'm a full-blown wino. Let's just cut to the chase here. It doesn't matter what it is.
But what kind?
All of it. What aren't you getting?
So you and LeBron would be boys.
Yes.
Because if you go to a hockey game, you bring in your own wine bottle of wine.
Cabernets, Pinot, Shiraz, Chardonnays, Pinot Grigio, Sauvignon Blanc.
I'm a big Cabernet Sauvignon guy.
Look at you.
But if you have a good dessert, because the Malbec's a little heavier, then I'll go Malbec.
See, y'all see how he's trying to clown me? Oh, Travis, with your wine, what's your pour? And then this fool's dropping wine knowledge like he went to wine college.
I like that.
I mean,
when I'm watching hockey, I'm not going out of my way for wine. Hockey is Michelob Ultra.
Fair.
Corona this time of year.
Fair.
Right?
Yeah.
Bud heavy.
I'll say this about us. #growth. You know why? He's drinking beers during game. I'm on the wine during the game. Both of us have graduated from that straight liquor.
If I have tequila now, you know how much I regret it the next day?
Oh, I want to die.
And I need to figure it out because is it the sugar if I put it with lemonade?
I don't know.
Is it just straight that much tequila my body rejects it?
But
know. I pay the price the next day.
Yeah, I do too.
But if I do beer or wine, I'm in a good spot.
Yeah, same. I used to do Crown Royal on the rocks.
You and I both, like our minds went the same way. I knew exactly what you're going to say.
Lord have mercy.
This is what, what it's called? Growth.
It's growth.
I feel like we're an Insecure with Issa Rae. It's growth.
Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. I mean, I'm still cool, but I'm bougie. Now I'm bougie, and I own it. All right, let's get to the tweets. Hopefully the fans aren't as bougie as we are. Let's get to it because we always say we want to hear from you. Hit us on, of course. Boston has entered the chat hotline, 617-790-0928. But also send us these because we love them, baby. Look at this. How about let's force Game 7. Go Bruins.
Are you a walrus?
Was that what was that?
You sound like a walrus getting beaten over the head with a bat.
I was trying to get a bear there.
I'm not going to try bear sound, but that's exactly how the Bees are feeling coming back home Game 6.
Would you say a horse?
No, you sound like a walrus getting hit over the head with a Louisville Slugger.
Damn.
Gasping for its last breath.
Poor walrus. Eddie Ray tweets us, Bruins.
This is your boy.
One win at a time, baby. Let's go, boys.
He's not saying win the series. He's saying win one more game.
Everything's
in on Game 7.
I don't give a damn about nothing but Game 6. Go Bees, go.
Eddie Ray's your boy. Between John Scituate and Eddie Ray. Oh, look at this one from Hefe. I don't need you to win this chip, guys. Just win this series and get swept next round.
Oh.
I don't care. Just send Florida home so they can enjoy Cancun with Max Strus.
Okay.
Love that.
Jeff, relax here.
You know what Jeff is saying, though? Again, like what John said, it would be a moral playoff victory. This team is overperforming. They overperformed this entire regular season. They overperformed to get to the second round.
Yeah.
If they come back from down 3-1, again, overperforming, over-delivering, and catching experience for the Mason Larais, right?
Sure.
The young guys on this team. The dudes that have been those leaders. Charlie McAvoy, if he could grow up in front of our eyes, because that's the next one, wear that C on his chest.
Yes.
Jeff, a.k.a. Hefe, I'm giving you a new name, bro. Love this one.
I don't
But
love
I want
it.
him to win a chip.
I mean, right. That's where I'm at. There's a disconnect. Beat the hell out of the Panthers, but let's keep it going, shall we? And then you got your quintessential rock flexing on them. Let's go!
So coming out of that, let me tell you this. The Bruins are, and I'm big on I don't care about any of this because this is, I didn't know Dwayne The Rock Johnson was right next to me.
Yeah, you're damn right. You see
like
the ball,
just as yoked.
tall.
Yeah.
I just skipped leg day. That's the only difference.
He spends too much time there. Shows up late to everything now.
I got chicken
apparently.
legs, man.
Bruins 0-25 all time, down 3-1. Doesn't matter. Because you know what? This team, the one that was down 25 times. They forced a game 6 8 times. Forced a game 7 just twice, but never come back all the way down from 3-1. But this could be the third team to force a game 7 after being down 3-1.
I think the takeaway here, folks, it's very simple. Hit us up, please. Call us. Make that hotline bling. 617-790-0928. If you can't call and show love, send us some tweets. We show them. We read them. I mean, this show is interactive. It's all about us. We're all in the chat together.
And do that. I like you just said it. At Nesson.
Yes.
You can add us if you want. Don't worry about spelling my last name right. I don't care. But do at Nesson, tweet at us, and add a little hashtag the chat. We're on Boston's Enter the chat. Just add the chat to it. That's all I want. I'm not going to challenge anyone to spell my last name.
I could do it. B-A-L.
What?
B-A-L. B-A-L-E-K-J-I.
Cheated.
I didn't cheat at all.
You cheated and you barely got it.
All right, I know. I still misspelled it. All right, let's get to the keys of the game, shall we?
Let's do it, bro.
First, I think we have to at least mention Brad Marchand could play in this game.
Yeah.
Boy, that changes the complexity. I think even though we're not going to include it officially in our keys, it's got to be something we all got to be thinking about, because what a boost getting him back in this lineup if you can get it.
Can you imagine the confidence they get? A heady player, an experienced guy. The special teams boost you get with him on the penalty kill and power play.
Yes.
If Marchand drops back into the fold, combine that with all your lines click back and the chemistry's back there. If they get Marchand back, you mentioned it, the confidence, the mental boost, but the huge boost on the ice as well.
Okay, so here's one of my keys. You got to jump out to an early lead here and keep this crowd raucous, because we're all sick and tired of being sick and tired of losing playoff games at TD Garden, right? If you can jump out early, the same way as if you're on the road, and you could jump out early and silence their crowd, even if it's just momentarily, it can create momentum for your team. It can create inertia. So what I want to see in TD Garden, keep those fans hype and drunk as hell. Jump out early. Get first blood. I think that's how you do it. Build some confidence. Push this thing to Game 7, baby.
And to me, what's big is jump out early, draw first blood, get those shots going.
Yeah.
Because 28 shots in Game 5 compared to 18 in Game 4, huge difference there.
Sure.
So I want to see this team get out in front, obviously put the pressure on, especially on Sergei Bobrovsky.
Yes.
Make him uncomfortable early and make him beat you, because you know what you get from Jeremy Swayman. But then combine that as well. To me, he has to be the leader on this, whether you get Marchand back or not. Charlie McAvoy played his best game of this postseason, last postseason, in Game 5 to force this Game 6. You need the same thing from Charlie McAvoy.
Yeah, I would agree.
Showing up, actually putting his shots on the score sheet, playing 33 shifts, ton of time on ice, an assist and a goal, but just played tough, played smart, and was very aggressive. So I think Charlie McAvoy is one of my big keys.
I'm going to go just defense in general. Just play lights out. Look, I am so impressed. I almost want a better word than impressed. I'm enamored by what Jeremy Swayman has done this entire postseason. I am. This is not the game that I want to see him get a ton of shots on him and play hero. Even though we've seen it, I don't need that this game. I want this defense to play such lockdown. They did a great job in Game 5. Let's give them credit. I want this defense to be so locked down that Jeremy Swayman doesn't even get a ton of quality looks in Game 6. He doesn't get a ton of quality shots on him. Make it an easier night for the guy. Let's have the story after this game be the defense out-hit, like we saw in Game 5, out-hit, shut down this Panthers offense. Jeremy Swayman doesn't need a ton of saves in this game. We know he's good for it, but I would love to see a game where we're not so reliant on him, because the defense cut the water off for the Panthers. That's what I'm looking for. That's one of my keys. Play shutdown, knockdown, drag out, slobber knocker defense.
What's also huge for this team, they're at home Game 6, but make it count. 10 home playoff games the last 2 postseasons. Through 3 series, they've only won 3 of them. 3-7 at home the last 2 postseasons. You have Game 6 at home. The Panthers last year had Game 6 at home.
Yeah.
Forced it on your ice, 4-7, and they came back.
Yep.
But you're going to have a desperate Panthers team coming your way. Because as desperate as the Bruins are to keep their season alive, Florida does not want this to go 7.
That's right.
Because all bets are off. But use the home ice to your advantage. As we saw it in Game 7 against Toronto, you know how to play pucks off the board. You obviously have your crowd behind you. That's huge.
Right.
But make it matter. Because that's what's huge. You push this to 7, all the pressure's on Florida. The favorites in the series, too, by the way. Don't forget that. No one expected the Bruins to be in this spot, to have the Panthers on their backs, right? Got to make it work. You're at home. We haven't seen in the last 2 postseasons. That's all I went back to.
Sure.
I didn't want to keep going back because I didn't want to know how ugly that number could get. But 3 wins your last 10 postseason games at home in TD Garden.
I mean,
just make it 4 out of your last 11.
Yeah, that's a big one to get that, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, reverse jinx on them. They came back 3-1. You come back 3-1 on them. Put all the pressure on them. I'm with you on that. Okay. Jorge, do you remember when I called out Pasta in Game 6 against the Maple Leafs?
Good call.
And I said, this is a legacy game. You're one of the all-time greats. You need moments like this where you own the moment. This is Boston. We're only going to judge you by how many championships and how many moments that you give us, right? Well, he didn't do it in Game 6. But Jim Montgomery agreed with me and called him out. Boom, we got it in Game 7. Remember?
Yeah, yes.
Overtime, walk-off, see you later, Leafs. We're marching on. Pasta, it's your time again, brother. We need you. This is one of those moments. Just like Game 7, overtime, Heartbreak City for the other team. We were celebrating. We need you in Game 6 at home. Same thing. We need a moment from you. This is time. This is it. This is legacy stuff. Give us a moment. I don't care what it is. Could be another game winner. Could be a hat. Could be a hat trick. I'll take a hattie. Whatever it is, Pasta. Summons it. Deliver it. We need it. This is your time.